Welcome back, Tamers, and it's been a while. Let's go ahead and see what is going on here. I have a few things to go over, including getting the DMX-20 looking good and putting a light on the DMX-1 here, English version, as well as a very nice glow-in-the-dark back screen here. So I'm currently going with my two favorite devices are the Pendulum 20th. We had Bleezemon, but it's kind of got reset because I was trying to put some conduction underneath the button so it'd respond better, which it has, and I fixed it. It's amazing. But in the process, we lost all of our data because I didn't restart it. You're supposed to restart it apparently, and it will preserve your stuff there. I did not do that because I'm an amateur, and we lost it all. So we're trying again here. And on this one, we still do have Duffmon. It is in the backup. We're going to be going for Dukemon. Or not Dukemon, Alphamon. We did unlock the special egg after doing 100 battles, so pretty cool. And I was kind of disappointed on how these are not as grindy as the, I don't know, say the version 2. We take it out of its case here, and you see the cases on these, they were not cheap, but they are so nice. It's not as far as the price, it was the shipping from where they had to come. So this one, as far as the grinding to level up, even the DMX English version 1 or Japanese, are a bit grindy for that first phase without passing all the levels. You're going to have to earn it, but after that, once you beat them, it becomes easier. This one, you got to level up, power up, there's XP. But as far as this one is concerned, you do have to grind. If you're trying to unlock eggs, to beat all those levels, it is pretty grindy and it took a while. It's really fun though. So I also have these two new additions to my collection, which are going to be from the 90s, the original, and they're actually going to be Japanese. You can see they're a little bit dirty. I haven't really cleaned this one up. This one I did a little bit. So I had this one first, and then I unfortunately it died at Greymon. We were all set with the requirements needed, but what happened was I battled too much and it got too many skulls, and they get skulls quick, and these are difficult. It's crazy. No wonder we are always getting new Amons as kids. So I got another one so I can just do the whole, battle them together. So I'm waiting for a special time to start those up. As far as the DMX-20, so it's going to look like it has like a Game Boy back screen. It's because I installed a very nice kind of glow-in-the-dark. And if I have a bunch of crap on my fingers, forgive me. I've been working on this backlight for this thing for a while since I just kept messing up. See, the wire I had was way too thick, but we'll get into that. So the DMX version 3 here, love this, really good. We do have Dynasmon X currently. I was going for that. I also want to get the Samurai. It kind of like looks like it could have been a Greymon evolution, and they kind of just rerouted it into something else and took it away. Is that paint or dirt? What is that? Oh, well, I'll take care of that later. That bugs me. You can see I have all these cases, so any kind of imperfection, it really irritates me. But anyway, let's turn on the light for this thing, and it's pretty much like the version 2, which you're going to be getting in English soon, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same format, just in English, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, just a different roster of Digimon, and I had to go for it. All right, I know we're going to get these in English eventually, but I'm not going to wait all that time to get it. So let's see if we can hit the thing here. So you can see a close-up. I love the sprite on this thing. Dynasmon X. All right. So there you have it. Really enjoying that. I'm going to put him... Actually, you know what? Should we battle? Should we battle these things out? So we'll put him up against... I'd say... Demon X. That's a little bit unfair, but hey, we'll go ahead and go for it. Haven't brung him out in a while. Am I even level 10 with this yet? 7. Never mind. Yeah, I'm not gonna battle. See, that's what I'm very picky. I love to keep them alive as long as possible, and I do. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Let's see here. I have these two as well. Well, let's get into the light. All right, let's get into. The reason why I have all these out here is because I'm kind of raising these, not at the same time because you can freeze them. If you couldn't freeze them, I'd probably only have like 3 going because that'd be ridiculous. There's no way I'd have time to care for all that. That's why I'm waiting for these, because there's no freeze. I have to have a good couple of days free, or at least a good day to just focus on those because you can't freeze them up, right? Or just waiting until I'm done with these. So the backlight on this, you can see the protrusion here because of it's my first time doing this. And I will leave a link down below to the video where I actually learned how to do this. So that's kind of a little ugly there, but there's the switch. Now the biggest problem was getting the correct parts, but the actual putting it together part was the wires. Now the wires that I had at first were very thick. It was annoying. But then I realized I had some other wire at the house that I can use, and it worked. So we went ahead and did that. But then you have to put kind of plastic around the wires to protect them. And then that's where I had my problem, kind of fitting everything in into the perfect spot for this thing to to get it to go. But the tutorial the guy did was pretty good. You kind of have to really pay attention to some of the details because he doesn't go over everything. But you know, that's fine. But other than that, I love this thing. Let me put the light on here so you can see how strong the glow-in-the-dark tape is that I do have. Now this flashlight is like a serious flashlight, but it doesn't matter. You can, it's still gonna showcase this here. So like the other day I went to the trail with my dog, took her for a walk, and it's about a 40-minute walk in total. It can be longer, but it was about 40 minutes that day. So I did this for about, I'd say 3 minutes. I left this light on here. I don't even think I need to leave it on that long. And then I went on the walk, and it was, you know, pretty dark. I couldn't see anything. Cloudy night, and it was, yeah, pretty dark. So I had this though, and I was able to see it the entire time, no problem. Otherwise I couldn't. And what's the point of the light? Well, yeah, you know, it doesn't look so great on camera, but if you're in pitch dark, then it is going to be pretty nice. So here you have it. It looks like a LED watch, right? And we're working our way up there. So we'll go ahead and open that up, take them out here. I think we got a 1 for the day. That's lovely. Level 5. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have in the backup here. Omegamon X and Jesmon X. Okay, cool. I think we'll go with Omegamon X here because I don't really care too much for this one. He's a really cool one, but there comes a point where you need to move on to a new Digimon, right? And I haven't really used him at all. I think I got him here and then I didn't at all. So yeah, the light, awesome. See, and it kind of will charge up the backlight a little bit. I mean, this is a very weak little LED light here, and it is running off its own battery. That's why it's protruding in the back here. That's where I found another problem, was having it all fit. It was my first time, but the next time I do it, I think I'll be able to be okay. I'm gonna make no modifications to the Pendulum 20s. I mean, at most, I would just swap a case. I've already opened them up, so I know what I'm dealing with. A little bit more complicated than these, by far. Not by far, but just a little bit more parts and stuff. Not modifying these because they're expensive. I mean, if you could just buy them, that, you know, I go to town and have a little fun with them, but these are so much more accessible as well, like painting them, modifying them, and that's all right. So you have to have some stuff here. I had to buy this sander, sand this down, and also sand down a part like right in here underneath to put the light. Electrical tape, of course, wiring, switches. These are switches. Do I have one out so you can see? Oh, here we go. I mean, well, there's the switch. See, on and off. So did I glue it? No, it's just so tight. Like what I did was the case was off, and I took one of these. I think this is the one I took downstairs while I did this. Went outside and started sanding this, and I kept on like little by little, inch by inch, and just sanding it down, and then fitting it, sanding it down until it was like perfect. So there we go. And I didn't glue it or nothing. It's just the wires are really tight, keeping it tight in place. I could move it, but there's no point. Why would I do that? This is great. I didn't even have to glue it, and I don't think I will, because it's just, if I ever want to take it off, I mean, it's not like the glue would be stuck forever. Just rip it off. But I love it. It's awesome. It was so annoying. Like, oh my goodness, I couldn't stand it. But hey, we did it. So these cases are amazing. I don't even know if can we even battle these guys? No, I can't reach ya because of the cases, but let's battle them with something else. What do you have? I think we have nothing else on here. So we'll go with the Duffmon. Let's pull them out. Oh, you know what? I forgot. This is different. You don't have to do that. I was thinking, I don't really want to stop its evolution process. So here we go. Duffmon. Beautiful. So they're side by side like the 20ths. So let me pull one out. Like the 20s you're probably used to. Man, I keep touching these screens. That is a big no-no. That is a big no-no. All right. So this one has that like Game Boy looking style background as well. It's because it's got the glow too. Let's see how long. Let's see, just 7 seconds. All right, so you can already see that's pretty good. I have the tab in here because I'll put the tab if I know I'm not going to be messing with it for a while. We got some good stuff in there. So it's that style, side by side. Duffmon. So these are in Japanese, but just the names. So no big deal at all. Ooh, we battling this? Okay. What level is this? Did I get it to 10? 5. That's fine. Let's get some battles going here. So the light. Do you want to install it? Like I said, I'll put that link down below if you feel confident enough. And he puts parts too. Something that he doesn't put that I needed was wire. But I had it. I just didn't realize it. So oh, I don't like it when it's uneven like that. If it's side by side. Oh, Omnimon. Let's get it. Or Omegamon X. Oh. Alright, so. Did he get a skull? Nope, good to go. The light is it. There you go. I'm sure there's different styles. I had to put light dispersing stuff under here. At first I didn't because of the glow-in-the-dark tape that I put. I thought it was thick enough to kind of distribute the light evenly, but it was not. It was just kind of like a blot here. So I had to, after I stuffed everything in here, I was like, yeah, I turn it on and I'm like, okay. And I go into a dark place and it's, you can see it, but it's bad. And I'm thinking, yeah, I should have put that light dispersing paper in there. So now it's in there and everything's good to go. The next time I'm going to use probably thinner plastic around the wiring. So it's going to be a little bit easier to stuff in here, as you can see. And you also have to sand down a part on this back thing here for the second battery that's in here. So it's holding 2 batteries, a lot heavier than before. But it's cool. It gives it some, nice heft. And since the switch is there, you can, it's right like that. I think in his video, he has maybe the same switch, maybe the different one, but it's definitely, I don't think it's protruding like this, but I personally just like it like this because I don't put these things really in my pocket. And if I do, they're going to be in another case because I don't want the dirt to get in here. I'm just picky like that. So I'm not worried about this getting snagged or anything because for the most part, if I'm using them, they're just going to be my hand. Or if I'm not, they're set down. And you can see, look at, like, I'll actually tug look. So it's pretty snug. It's going to be different for everybody because of the measurements. It's just kind of like eyeballing it. So you kind of need to make sure you have enough wire. So I had a little bit extra, cut it down, and then I was kind of in this weird position where I had a little too much slack, so I had to stuff a little bit extra all around. But for the most part, it's great. It's cool. I mean, I could go into here. I think the glow in the dark is still happening here, but let's go into the dark place. Now, it doesn't really pick up too great with the camera. The light just looks really bad. But when you're looking at it, it's nice. Actually, kind of looks cool on the camera, but it doesn't look like you would be able to see too much. But if you're in the complete dark, it works. So there is that. Anyways, just wanted to bring another video, because I can't let the Digimon video channel just go. Loving the X3. If you're thinking about getting it, what's the biggest thing to think about before you buy one? It's the price, of course. and they're ridiculously priced. You know, what are these, like $80, $90, maybe even more, the versions, 3s. I paid $120 for this stinking thing. I can't believe that. These ones were together, it's like $450. Okay, yeah, they glow in the dark too, these cases that I have on them, and that's why I got the cases. And then these ones here, surprisingly, was like 32 each or something, 25. And yeah, that's then these ones are just standard, like $20 on Amazon. But these ones here, do you want to wait for the English version so you don't have to pay as much? I guess you could. If you didn't want to wait, then you can just go for it. And I would recommend version 2 because it has a rookie on here, little secret, that has a power of, I do believe, 90. So if you're ever in sort of tournaments and you get that rookie in here, it's like, what the hell? Nobody's gonna beat you in a rookie tournament. So yeah, that's a reason. Plus, it has a good roster. This one has a great roster. There's also the blue version. Don't like that one. Don't like the roster. The only thing I would want it for is maybe Examon X. And then the classic ones is just that we have for now. That it changes as far as the grind. These ones have more levels. These ones don't, but there's no XP items, so you can't just keep using that and getting a bunch of XP. Although there are secret little levels that we've talked about in other videos, how to grind it up that much better. But anyways, yeah, so that's what's going on here. Just wanted to bring you guys that. As far as the light, go ahead and check out that video. Like I said, there's going to be a few parts that you do need. Let me see, that are not in the list. Maybe the sander. You're not going to be able to just use a piece of sandpaper to do this. You need a sander if you don't have one of those, and then extra wiring. I'll show you the wire I have. Now this is crazy, but it's from like a vape shop way back in the day that I had this like whack wire that I was never going to use. Glad I didn't throw it away. It's like thin. It's not exactly like a symmetrical wire. It's like a flat, but it still did the job. It was really annoying to work with because I couldn't find any regular wire from the vape shops. I know I could have just went to a electrical store or something like that, but I just came home and I had it, so there we go. As far as modding these, I don't think that's not happening. They're too much money for that. I'm just gonna put the glow light in the back. We're good. I don't want to saw them up, and they're a little bit built different, so I don't want to deal with that because of the battery. When you take these apart, it's connected. It's annoying. You could totally put a light on these easy, no problem. And it's very simplistic idea. It's just getting all this junk stuffed in there in the correct spot so you can have that desirable light. Now, I did go with red because, well, red theme. But you could pick any color. I have like a whole little set over here. This is my all this stuff. This is just sitting here and it's driving me crazy that I need to pick it up. Even got a little bit of blood on my dang Digimon mat because I kept poking myself with wires, but I cleaned it up with some good old nail polish remover. That's all I had in the house. All right, so anyway, there you go. Right now I'm currently really enjoying. I was raising this. I just like to take it slow. Raise one. All right, put it down. Let it go for a little while. But these ones I've been at it. Just going, and it's fun. I love them. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, go ahead and put them down below. If you want to just say something, also comment. Always appreciate that. It does help out the channel as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. As far as installing this, do you want to do it personally yourself? Yeah, if you've been really wanting to do that and you have time, a little bit of money for the items, yeah, for sure. It's definitely a fun project, but don't get frustrated because damn, this thing is kind of a pain to put together. But anyways, thanks for watching and take care, Tamers.